Hello Chicago Network is on the air. Hello everybody, I'm Ryan Yanashas. It's time to focus. We're focusing today on the Chicago Bulls as they had, of course, the week over. We're going to recap the week, then of course preview this upcoming week for the team, for one of the tenants at the Madhouse. Let's recap the week that was. First, last week it wasn't the best week. So Brandon, who was on the show a couple weeks ago, he is a sports jinx. He goes to me last Monday. He's like, they're facing Utah. Utah don't even have any wins yet. So, I mean, it would really be bad if the Bulls lost to them. Guess what? They came out, made 1,000,000 threes, nothing. I don't think they missed once in the night, and they ended up beating the Chicago Bulls. So the Bulls lose at home against Utah. And then they go to Dallas. Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, everything was going in, and also they had that former Bull. I can't think of his name, the one that I didn't want them to get rid of, but of course he was on the Wizards before that. But anyway, they never stood a chance in that one either. They had a great chemistry by the Dallas Mavericks, a team that I think has potential. And everyone overlooks them, but I always think they have that potential to be a championship team if they can stay healthy. They lose to Minnesota on Wednesday, so 0-3 on the week. At that point, Minnesota, were they Western Conference Finals last year? A very good team. I know they traded Karl Anthony Towns to the New York Knicks, but still, I still think this is a very liable team, and I think this is a team that's very tough to beat. And then, if the Bulls could play the Atlanta Hawks every day, whether it be in the playoffs, they'd have championships year in and year out, because it seems like, I believe the last 2 years, the Bulls beat them in the play-in tournament. And then, of course, then they get a win here. So they finally end the losing streak, the struggling stretch. They get a win in Atlanta on Saturday. That was Zach LaVine's return. I'm glad to see him back. He is the leader of this team. He is the star of this team, as much as people don't like him. I know everyone, and you always say, oh, yeah, let's trade him here, and he's going to get traded there, and all that other stuff. But right now, he's a Chicago Bull. He's the face of this team. This team has any chance of having potential this year. Zach LaVine's going to need to be on this team, so I'm happy to see that. Let's preview the week for the Bulls, and it's going to be a tough one. 3 games this week. Next week, if you count Sunday, they have 5 games. But this week, they played 2 teams that went far in the playoffs. And I believe I think these 2 teams played each other. They'll be home against Cleveland tonight, or on yesterday. We'll have a recap of this, of course. So 7 p.m. on Monday was the undefeated Cleveland Cavs. Wednesday at Madison Square Garden to face a very good Knicks team. That's a 6:30 start, 7 o'clock yesterday. And then Friday night in Cleveland. So they face an undefeated team twice this week, and then they're home at the Knicks. So it's home against Cleveland last night. On the road against the Knicks Wednesday, on the road. And that's the first game against Cleveland. That's the first game of the Bulls Cup nights. I believe they have 3 of them the next 3 Fridays. And this one will be the road one at Cleveland. I don't see no other ones on there. The Cup is December 10th, 11th, 14th, and then the championship is the 17th. So we'll see how that all goes as well. Remember, last year the Lakers won that Cup, and that was about all the Lakers won. So then next Sunday, Brandon and I will be at the game at home against the Rockets. And then they have 4 games, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So we won't have a recap of I don't think, unless I do a quick recap. We'll try to get a recap of that, because usually Sundays when I record all my shows, I'll be in Chicago. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Sunday's a good day sports wise. Bear Packer win, and then off to Chicago to see the Bulls hopefully beat the Rockets. Should be exciting. But anyway, that is the week that is. So the Bulls went 1-3 last week. They'll face an undefeated Cavs team this week twice, with a game with the New York Knicks, who are really good as well. So if the Bulls get at least 1 win, you got to be happy in this stretch as well. By the way, Milwaukee Bucks are terrible. They're like 2-8. They lost to the Celtics. Again, I'm always keeping track of Wisconsin, Chicago, because there's something missing there with the Bucks. I don't know if they're going to turn it on like NBA teams do, but it's not looking good. So the Bulls 1-3 last week, and then they're home against the Cavs, at the Knicks, and at the Cavs again Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm Ryan Yanashas. Don't forget to like the video if you like what you hear. Comment. Let me know. Are the Chicago Bulls, are they going to get a win this week? 3 very tough games, and then 5 the week after. So we'll see how they can do. And then, of course, we'll get to see the premiere of the Cup and the awesome floors. I think that's great what the NBA does especially with the. So we'll see it Friday night in Cleveland. That'll do it for us. And also don't forget to like the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Well, don't forget, new show every Monday through Friday. I'm Ryan Yanishadis from the Hello Chicago Network. We're going to focus tomorrow on the Chicago Blackhawks. So these guys getting full episodes instead of having to share time. So that is that. Once again, I'm Ryan Yanishadis from the Hello Chicago Network. We are the focus of Chicago sports. It's been a long year, and it's time to talk. Well, I'm a 33-year-old male that's bisexual. Favorite band is Nickelback, and watch pro wrestling. So if you don't think that I can handle comments like that and you think I'm going to go away that easily, you got another thing coming. I'm sorry.